Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to PSGL F8 tier round 1 at Austria. So we are in the qualifying session with 16 minutes left as we ride on board with Sam T_2709. The Austria track is one of the shortest tracks on the F1 calendar, averaging laps of 1 minute 3 to 1 minute 5 in qualifying times. So most drivers are on the track. We have everyone on the soft compound except from GCL, who is on the medium compound, the Alpha Tauri driver, who is currently on his flying lap at the moment as he goes through the first DRS into this little short corner here. So who will get the pole position, as Catboy Key has invalidated his lap, as Sam T_2709 sets the fastest lap with a 1:3:03 as Tom AG91 goes in to P3, as Callum Anderson 8 goes fastest with a 1:3:1. Also Spies goes into P4 with a 1:3:8, and Moret goes into P5 with a 1:3:8 as well. P6 setting a 1:4:0 is Willows_10_, and in P7 we have JML_Panda with a 1:4.3, all on the soft medium compound tyres. So do get in to the chat your predicted pole sitter for this qualifying session. Who do you think will take pole, as some drivers still haven't set their laps, as JRT_ has invalidated his lap, so he will have to go again. Who else is, as Captain_ Chubbs is back into the pits. Catboy Key, the Racing Point driver, is going for his flying lap there as he comes through the last sector. Hopefully doesn't invalidate it and go wide. No, he's kept it on the track as the other guys are in the pits. Let's see if TNR is on a lap. Yep, he is. He's on a flying lap as he comes through the... Oh, there's a yellow flag. I think that was the McLaren driver going slow there. Where will the Mercedes driver of TNR _, and he goes P5 with a 1:3:6 on the soft compound tyre. So we have one driver on the medium compound, which is Captain Chubbs, as R Bliss goes 12th with a 1:10:0. And Catboy Key has gone P9 with a 1:4:0. As TFI_ Nadell has gone P10 with a 1:4:1. As he has now invalidated his lap, TFI_ Nadell, so he probably may go into the pits as he is causing a yellow flag at the moment. It's not going to help the Alfa Romeo driver behind him, as he will possibly have to slow down under the yellow flag as the Alpha Tauri driver goes into the pits. So we're just waiting for a few drivers. They are out on their out laps as TNR_ ZE is coming out of the pits, the Ferrari driver. So at the moment, setting the fastest lap is the Renault driver of Callum Anderson 8 with a 1:31. Then you have TNR underscore Frederick with a 1:32. Then you have, in the last of the top three, you have the other Renault driver of Sam T underscore 2709 with a 1:33. As we have just roughly about 10 minutes and 50 seconds left of the qualifying session, as Spies has invalidated his lap, so he will have to go around again if he wants to improve the lap time that he has set of a 1:38. It will be interesting what the drivers go on in their quali, because we don't know if there's going to be any rain in the race. Obviously we don't have a weather report, unfortunately, so let's see if we can. We'll ride on board with TNR ZE as he is now on his flying lap. He hasn't set a time yet, but it's showing he's set a purple sector 1, so he could be on for a pole, as Sam has gone even quicker and taken provisional pole with a 1:31, as we saw someone disqualified, as our Blitz is been disqualified as well. So we've had two, oh no, it's just one of the DSQ. So he has been disqualified from the session, so I don't think he set a time. No, he didn't, as Moret is into the pits. Let's see where TNR ZE can put it. He's invalidated the lap, so he will have to go around again. Callum is a very quick driver, so he probably will possibly get the pole position. He's probably just waiting for the track to clear a little bit. Let's see if we can ride on board with another driver. We'll ride on board with the McLaren driver of Tom AJ91. He has got a car behind him, so that car will be getting his dirty air, so that may slow him down a little bit on his qualifying lap, as we have 8 minutes and 30 seconds left, as Tom AJ is gone into the pits. So let's find another driver. As Moret has invalidated his lap, so he will go around again, as we see the Haas driver of Captain underscore Chubbs coming out just behind the Alpha driver. As Catboy Key is now into the pits. So for JT in the Williams car, he has gone with a 1:35 in the medium compound tyre, so that's a quite good qualifying from him, especially on the medium compound tyre, as Moret is coming through sector 3. He's not using any ERS on. Oh, he's invalidated. So Catboy Key is in. So we're just waiting for TNR ZE to set a qualifying lap time. He's back into the pits, as TNR underscore Frederick is in the pits as he invalidated his lap. Let's see what. Oh, he's invalidated it, so he will have to go around again for Callum Anderson. So we have a front row lockout of the Renault drivers of Sam T underscore 2709 and Callum Anderson 8. Will they stay there, or will someone from behind them set a even quicker lap and go into the 1 minute 2s? Let's ride on board with TNR underscore Lang as he comes through into sector 2. There is a Ferrari up ahead. As Catboy Key has left the session, so hopefully he can get back in for the race. Let's see if TNR Lang can set a faster lap than his 1 minute 3.6. This last 2 corners are very tricky. You can... Oh, he's gone into the pits. You can invalidate there quite easily. Let's ride on board with Willows as he comes over the start finish line. Will he beat his 1 minute 3.6? No, he stays where he is. So he will stay P10 so far. We have roughly 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in this qualifying session. As Captain Chubbs is back into the pits. I think they're all going back into the pits and going to try one more last qualifying run before the time, as Callum Anderson has gone even quicker with a 1.30 and takes provisional pole for this Austrian qualifying session, as GCL Min has gone into P3 with a 1.31. We'll ride on board with Tom AJ 91 as he's on his flying lap. Oh, he locked up the tyre there a little bit as he is coming through sector 2. He's currently with a 1.34. Can he get even quicker as he sets a purple sector 2? So he's doing quite well at the moment as he comes into the last 2 corners. As he goes back into the pits, he's pulled out of the flying lap and gone into the pits. We'll ride on board with Moret, the Alfa Romeo driver, as he comes into corner 2, as he will now hit the DRS. He chose not to use DRS, so he's feeling confident that he can go faster without the DRS. So with just 3 minutes remaining, we have 14 drivers setting qualifying lap times. We only have one non-time set yet by the Ferrari driver of TNR underscore ZE and one DSQ of R Blizz. So all the drivers are pretty much now in to the pits. We only have 3 drivers on the out lap, so we'll ride on board with Tom AJ91 as he comes into turn 2 into the DRS zone, as Tom comes through sector 3 now. Let's see if he can beat his time. He stays in P5 with a 1-3-4 as he is now going up to turn 2 with DRS activated. He has got a few cars ahead of him, so it will slow him down a little bit as he has got to overtake them. We are now down to the last minute of this Austrian qualifying session. As Tom has, I believe, set a purple sector 2, even though he's got traffic in front of him. He's got 40 seconds to get through. Will he go quicker? And he moves up to P4 with a 1-3-2 as he is moving over nicely there for the driver behind to pass. So we'll ride on board with the Ferrari driver TNR_ZE. He is the owner. Oh, and he's lost it. He's lost the car and hit the wall and lost half of his wing. So he officially won't set a time and will start P15. So, will any of the other drivers set any quicker laps? As TNR Lang has invalidated his lap, so he won't. As also has Moret as well. And has TNR_Frederick as well. As Tom goes into the pits. So, your top 3 at the moment is Sam T_2709 with a 130. P2 is GCL under Min with a 1:03.0 as well. And you have Callum Anderson 8 with a 1:30. So the top 3 drivers all in the 1:03s. Let's see if, I believe all the other drivers are now finished and into the pits. There is your qualifying session done for this PSGL F8 Round 1 Austrian Grand Prix. I don't know why, but my game sound... Apologies there, guys. I think my sound for my game is very quiet. I do apologise. So I'll try and turn it up. I have been informed that it is a little bit quiet. So, oh, that's not what we want to do. So we'll just wait for the drivers. So, will we see any rain in the race? So as the drivers are now picking their tyre strategies and their fuel load for this race, as we have currently a dry start to the race. as we wait for the drivers to complete their formation lap. This stream and this league is sponsored by Brutal Democracy, and also they are providing a PSGL £250 prize for all of the top 3 tiers. As you can see, the predicted pit stop strategy there for the pole sitter Sam T_2709 as he takes us round the formation lap. As they now come to their starting grids on the track. So we have a Renault, AlphaTauri and Renault for our top 3. So as the drivers now get into their starting grid positions. As now we wait for the lights. It's 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go into the first corner as GCL Min has got past Sam into turn 1 as there is a fight there for the top 3. Also Spice has dropped into P7 as they now come into turn 2. All the drivers have managed to get through turn 1 and 2 all okay, as Catboy Key has dropped down to 16th place. Oh, as there's a little bit of a collision with the drivers there. Oh. As we get the other information up on there for you. As Willows_10 I think has had a little bit of an incident. Yes, he has. He's got a piece of his wing missing, so he will have to pit. So let's go back to the middle of the field as Tom has dropped into P8 from P4. As DRS is now enabled, there is an almighty change as GCL Min has dropped to P8, and we have this as Catboy Key is now, he's dropped now to P15. I think we might have a bit of a timing glitch there from the game, unfortunately, as Willows is into the pits. Let's ride on board with the race leader of GCL Min as they are in sector 2, as he sets a purple sector 2. As they now come on to the start finish line for lap 3. As TFI_Nadal gets a 3-second time penalty. As GCL Min even goes quicker with a 1.67. As he has on the back of him the 2 Renault drivers. As DRS is now enabled, both of the Renault drivers will be looking to overtake the AlphaTauri driver of GCL for P1 and hopefully P2. So they can have a P1 and P2 in the constructors. Let's go into the midfield of the race as we are on board with the Haas driver of Captain Chubbs. He is being chased down by the Alfa Romeo driver of Moret. As they come through the last two corners of this Austrian track. As Captain Chubbs is using DRS into turn 1. Oh, there's been a yellow flag. There is, I believe, a Ferrari has hit the wall and caused a virtual safety car as Moret has retired from the session. The Alfa Romeo driver has retired and we have a virtual safety car, and JML Panda has been given a 5-second penalty for a collision as we ride on board with TNR Lang into turn 2. What a hectic first 4 laps of this fantastic race. So TNR Lang is on the hard compound tyres, the slower compound tyre, so he's obviously going to go for the long stint in this race and try and get up the grid as far as he can on these tyres. As there's another yellow flag as Captain Chubbs is going slow. I think he might have had an incident as there is a yellow 3 has been now being cleared. As JML Panda is in P8 and we have a few pits being made by R Blizz and JT, and also TNR ZE is also in the pits as some drivers are now coming off the soft compounds and going on to the medium tyre. As the driver has now officially been released by the pit crew, as we ride on board with the race leader of GCL Min, as he is still trying to make a gap from the 2 Renault drivers that are quite behind him of 0.4, so Callum will have DRS but Sam won't. So let's see if Callum makes the move as Callum sets the fastest lap with a 1:67. Callum's on the back of that AlphaTauri car. He has got DRS. He's going to go for the move, is he? He's sitting there behind. He's going up the right side into turn 2, but GCL Min keeps the position, but Callum will have another go with DRS again. As they now come in to sector 2, Callum is using a bit of the ERS overtake. Let's see if we can find any more on-track battles. As we also have Sam T underscore on the back of TNR Frederick for P3, as Sam uses DRS to get closer to the Mercedes driver of TNR underscore Frederick. Let's see if Callum Anson can make the move. It looks like he's had a look but not gone for the move, as we have yellow flags in sector 2. It looks like it's a Williams driver. No, it's JT. JT has DNF'd. It's the other Williams driver. So we are back to green flag, so we can go racing again. As in the mix of that, Callum Anderson has got past the AlphaTauri driver of GCL Min. As we ride on board with the other Renault driver of Sam T underscore, as he is looking for P3, as he's got DRS, as Callum Anderson sets the fastest lap with a 1:66. As they now go through turn 1, as Sam will have DRS. He will use probably this DRS zone to get the gap closer, ready for the second DRS as they go through turn 2 on lap 8. Let's go into the middle of the field as GCL Min has been given a 3-second time limit for multiple warnings, as Spies is currently on the back of TFI underscore Nadell for P6. Let's ride on board with the Williams driver as he will now have DRS. As Spies is now getting closer to TFI underscore Nadell, as Spies goes late into the braking there into turn 2 and makes the move. Is it going to stick? They're having a battle in the DRS zone as they go down now to turn 3 of sector 2, but Spies gets the move done and takes P6 in the race. Let's go back on board with Callum Anderson as he's been overtaken by GCL, so they are swapping the position between each other of this race. As Callum Anderson will have DRS again into turn 1. He's got close again. He's going for it again as he goes up the left side of the AlphaTauri driver into turn 2. He makes the move and he's got it done into turn 2. They go as Captain Chubbs has got a 3-second time penalty. Will GCL Min come back? Let's ride on board with the AlphaTauri driver. He has got DRS, but he's too far back to make the move. As TNR underscore ZE gets a 3-second time penalty. These two drivers are battling very hard for the race lead and a potential race win as well. So your top 8 drivers are on the soft compound tyres, all 9 laps old as well, so they will probably start to make pit stops soon as the tyre life will start to drop off with the grip, as we are now on lap 11, as Callum Anderson is your current race leader with GCL in P2 and TNR underscore Frederick in P3, but he is being chased down by the other Renault driver of Sam T underscore in P4 as he have gone now through turn 2. As Sam now has DRS, but he is a little bit too far back. He doesn't go for the move, and he's locked up the front right of the tyre there. As we have yellow flags in sector 2, I believe that's the Ferrari driver of TNR underscore ZE. He has caused the yellow flag as Catboy Keys AI is about to now overtake him. Or no, he hasn't overtaken him yet. As GCL Min is in the pits, so he will lose his P2 and drop down the order. As the pits window is now open, the one-stop strategy from soft to hards. as we ride on board with Spies, the Williams driver, as they're all heading in to turn 2 with DRS open. As Tom is going up the left side of Sam there for the podium position. Has he got the move done? I believe, as they are still battling, as Tom goes a little bit off the track, but Sam T gets the position back. As GCL Min has gone onto the hard compound tyre, the same as TNR Langford, as we have a little bit of a battle here going between TNR Lang and JML Panda, as Callum Anderson and Tom have all, I believe, gone into the pits. No, Tom has stayed out and Callum has gone into the pits, also with Spies and TFL Nadal as well, as the pit window is now open for the medium tyre, also a one-stop strategy, as Callum now comes out the pits into P6, and he is in a bunch of a train of cars, so he will want to dispatch them quickly to get back up into the podium positions, as Callum is now looking to overtake the Red Bull driver of JML Panda, as they are side by side into this turn here, as Callum makes the move stick and is up to P5. This has been an exciting and action-packed race in Austria, as Spies gets a 3-second time penalty. GCL has also been given a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Sam T is now in the pits, so where we come out as we ride on board with GCL Min, as he has the Renault driver of Callum Anderson, as they go side by side into turn 2. There's a battle for P3 here, but Callum backs out and tucks himself behind the Alpha Tauri driver. So GCL, is on the back there of the Mercedes driver of TNR Lang, as Callum Anderson did have a little bit of a lock up there on the front tyre. As we ride on board with TNR Lang, that we have a possible three-way fight for P2 in this race. As Tom AJ91 is your race leader, as he is now about to lap the Racing Point driver of Catboy Key. Unfortunately had a game issue and could not return. So as we ride on board now with GCL Min, as they go into turn 2, Callum is on the back of the Alpha Tauri driver in to the DRS zone. We might possibly have an overtake here, but Callum might be a little bit too far back there, as the Mercedes driver of TNR Lang had a look as well. We've got a 4-car train going into sector 2, as TNR Frederick goes into P4 and overtaking his teammate. So maybe that was team orders there from the TNR guys of letting Frederick through to have a go at Callum Anderson for P3, as we are staying on board with this battle between GCL Min and Callum Anderson, as Tom AJ91 has gone into the pits. So GCL Min is your now race leader of this Austrian Grand Prix in PSGL F8. As we go into turn 2, there's a little bit of a battle between GCL GCL Min and Callum Anderson, but GCL Min keeps the position as they go into the next turn, but Callum is unable to make the overtake. Let's see if we've got any more on-track battles further into the midfield, as Spies is on the back of Tom AJ91, but Tom AJ91 is on the faster tyre to Spies, as Spies has overtaken Tom AJ91. So Tom AJ, will he get the move done? Let's see, into turn 1 he will get close as they go now into the next DRS zone, up into turn 2. As TNR ZE has been given another 3-second time penalty, as Sam T there in P5 for the Renault team. Let's go back up to the top of the race leader with GC Min, who is your race leader currently, with Callum Anderson in P2, TNR Frederick is P3, P4 TNR Lang, in P5 we have Sam T underscore, P6 Spies, P7 Tom AJ, P8 TFR Nadal, P9 Captain underscore Chubbs, P10 Willows underscore 10, and then in P11 we have R Blizz, P12 JML Panda, TNR ZE in P13, and Catboy Key in P14, as we are now on lap 18 of this race, as Callum Anderson is close to GCL Min there. He will possibly have DRS. He is 0.6 and rapidly going down. As our Bliss takes P10, we have a battle for the final point of this race for P10, as Willow retakes the position, but it looks like Arbliss is going to try the overtake as Willows locks up into the corner. It looks like they're having a little bit of a battle here. Willows is on the medium compound, so he should be the quicker driver, as Willows squeezes him nearly off track, and they have hit, I think, a little bit, but no damage caused, as TFR Lang has been given another 3-second time penalty. As they will now both have DRS from, as we go now into the second DRS zone. Let's go back up on board with Callum Anderson 8, as he is now only 0.03 of a second behind GCL Min. I think Callum is patiently waiting for the right time to make that overtake. As they now come on to lap 20 of 36, as they now go into turn 1. Everyone has now made a pit stop onto the medium or the hard tyre. As Callum had a look there up the inside of the driver, but then backed out. He will have DRS again as he puts himself into overtake mode. Also, TNR Frederick is catching up quite closely now to Callum Anderson, so we might have a three-way battle for the race lead. as Spies gets another 3-second time penalty. Also, we have the other Renault driver of Sam T underscore closing down TNR Frederick, as I believe TNR Lang is having to feel the pressure of Tom AJ91, as we have a yellow flag. That must be Willow. Yep, that's Willow's, I believe. No, that is TNR underscore ZE. Again, he has had, I think, a spin. Let's go back up to the front of the grid with Callum Anderson still trying to get that overtake done on GCL Minhee. Also, we have to keep an eye out there for third P3 of TNR Frederick. Also, possibility of a podium today could go to Sam T underscore as well, as he's looking to try and get the overtake done on TNR Frederick as well. As we are now on lap 22 of this race, as Callum Anderson is now got DRS activated. He's looking to close that gap up again as they now go into the second DRS zone. He's got overtake on, so he's really going to close up the gap here to GCL Min. Let's see if anyone else is having an on-track battle, as there is a fight for, I believe it is P7 of Captain Chubbs, as there is a Sector 3 yellow flag with TNR ZE retiring in the pits there, as we have Captain Chubbs and Spice going at it in to turn 1. Oh, as I believe Captain Chubbs has lost a little bit of the... There is a yellow flag in Sector 1. I believe that is TNR underscore Z's car. We can't see it, but it is on the track currently in Sector 1. As TNR Frederick has dropped places. He is currently in a battle with Tom AJ 91 for P4. He keeps the position, but I think Tom is gonna try again. As they both now go into the last corner, nearly side by side, as Frederick will have DRS. As Captain Chubbs has been given another 3-second time penalty there. As they now have DRS again. This is a very close battle and a field of drivers in this tier. Let's go back up to the front there, as Callum Anderson is still trying to look for that overtake of GCL Min. As we have an overtake there of TNR Langford for Lang, should I say, for P9 there, but R Bliss has got DRS. So we'll go back up to the front runners as we ride on board with Callum Anderson. He is ever so patiently trying to find the right move to take GCL Min and get the race lead. As he now has DRS. He's quite close. He's having a look. He's having a look in. No, he's backed out of it again. He has backed out of the move there. As also Tom AJ91 is putting the pressure on to Sam T for the P3 position. Let's ride on board with Tom AJ. As GCL has got another 3-second timing, as Callum has also got a 3-second timing. So this could go down to penalties. As Tom had a look there into turn 1. As Tom AJ is going to try the move up into turn 2. He's made the move. But is Sam going to come back? No, Sam tucks himself in behind. And Tom AJ takes P3. Oh, wait. Sam is trying to make the move. But they both lock up there. Into the turn. As we go back up to Callum Anderson, he has been sat behind GCL Min for the last at least 5 laps, trying to get that move done, but he just can't find the move to get it done. He has got DRS, so he will close up the gap as they lap the Racing Point driver there. As also we have an on-track battle for P6 as Spice goes up the side there of Captain Chubbs into turn 2. But will Captain Chubbs go for the re-overtake? He has got DRS. It gives us a really poor camera angle. 1 second as we go back to the race lead. As we just saw Callum Anderson attempt the move there, but was unsuccessful. He is literally on the back of there of the AlphaTauri driver as they come into the final 2 corners. He will have DRS. Will he finally get the move? He's got quite close now into turn 1. Callum had a look, but he tucked back in as Spice get a 3-second time penalty. As Callum now has again DRS. Will he go for it now? He's really close. He's going up the left side of into turn 2. They both are fighting for the race lead. As Callum just gets squeezed a little bit there by GCL. And he remains P1. As Callum is going for it again into this corner. Will Callum get it? Callum goes round the outside. But GCL Min is sticking to the position. They are side by side into this corner here. Callum is going for it. He locks up a little bit there. They are fighting for race lead here as Tom AJ is in the mix now as well. Callum has got the position done. He's taken the race lead from GC. Oh, we're going nearly 3 wide into the corner there. We have a 3-way battle for P1. As Tom AJ is now about to attempt an overtake of Callum into turn 1. I think Tom has done it into turn 1. Yet Tom has taken race lead from Callum Anderson on lap 29 as Callum is trying to make the overtake again. It is going to be we have 3 wide into turn 2 as GCL Min manages to do the overtake and regain P1 of this race as Callum Anderson is going for the overtake again into the corner as he locks up a little bit there, but he keeps the position as Willows gets a 3-second time penalty. We now have potentially a 4-way battle for this race win. as we ride on board with Tom as he's looking for the move there on GCL, as they now come on to lap 30. How they all managed to keep it on the track is truly fantastic, as GCL goes into turn 1 and tries to go for the move and pushes Callum off the track and has caused a little bit of a collision. I think Tom was wrong time, wrong place, and has got a little bit of wing damage as the two Renaults drivers are battling it, and Callum has dropped all the way down to P4 as he was pushed off the track. So that was unlucky there for Callum as he locks up there with the tyres. So it's now Tom. AJ will now look to have a go, but he has also got pressure from Sam T underscore, as Sam T is going for the overtake into this last two corners. They're going to go side by side, but I think Sam has backed out. As now Sam T is going for the overtake into turn 1. As also we have Callum on the overtake of Tom AJ. They're going into turn 2 there. Oh, Tom, the back of his car tried to spin a little bit, so he has dropped down to P5, and Callum is now back up into the podium positions. As Sam T2270 is now in P2, as we have a position change for P11. And Spies is given another 3-second time penalty. Let's have a look at the midfield of this race and see if there are any on-track battles. As now GCL min is 1.4 and rapidly growing in gap-wise to Sam T. But we potentially might have another Renault battle of Sam T and Callum Anderson. As we ride on board with Sam T, GCL min is now pulling the gap to 1.7 on the hard compound tyres. We are on lap 32, 4 laps left of this Austrian race in PSGL F8 tier. As Sam uses overtake a little bit there, he won't have DRS, but I think his teammate will. Callum is possibly going to go for the overtake into turn 2. He has got DRS. He's going to keep it into team orders and stick behind there. As Callum has really low ERS, as our Bliss sets the fastest up with a 1:05, but he is P11. So I believe the top 3 drivers all have penalties, so this could go down to who has the most penalties as we enter lap 33, as we just see TNR underscore Frederick go a little bit wide off the track, but doesn't get a penalty. As now Callum Anderson 8 is applying the pressure to his teammate. So do get your top 3 predictions into the chat, guys. Who do you think will be your top 3, depending on the penalties as well that the race drivers have currently? So we have in the midfield of this race, we have Captain Chubbs also looking to get past Spies for P6. He is currently 0.5 and rapidly coming down into the last few corners as they are now on lap 35. As he's got DRS, he's not going to go for the move, so he'll wait to the next DRS. Let's go back up to the front of the grid where we ride on board with GCL Min. He's on lap 35. As then we have Sam T underscore in P2, Callum Anderson in P3, the 2 Renault drivers. And then we have TNR Frederick P4, P5 Tom AJ 91, P6 Spies, P7 Captain underscore Chubbs, P8 TFI underscore Nadell, P9 TNR Langford, P10 but possibly what, and the Red Bull has had a little bit of a spin. I think there was a little bit of contact there. There is a sector 2 yellow flags. I think Rye Bliss and TNR Langford had a little bit of a contact between each other as we now enter the last lap of this race, as the 2 Renault drivers are close to each other. There's a sector 1 yellow flag. I believe that's an AI. Yep, he's in ghosting at the moment in sector 1 and sector 2 as Callum is looking for the overtake of his Renault driver. He locks up a little bit there as Willows gets a 3-second time penalty. So the team orders are out of the window and both Renault drivers are possibly gonna, as GCL Min comes through the final last corners. He's led most of this race. Will he keep the race win? As the checker flag is out, he takes provisional race win. Let's see where the 2 Renault drivers will go. No, he's dropped down to P4. So at the moment, Sam T is your provisional race winner. Let's see if so GCL Min drops all the way down to P4 out of the podium positions, and we have your race winner of the Renault driver of Sam T underscore 2709 with Callum Anson P2, P3 for the Mercedes driver of TNR Frederick, P4 GCL Min, P5 Tom AJ 91, P6 TFI underscore Nadal. That is your PSGL F8 tier Austrian Grand Prix round 1, and there's your driver of the day, RBZ09. What a fantastic race, ladies and gentlemen. As the drivers celebrate there with their trophies. So we have a double podium there for the Renault drivers, so they will be happy there. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is your race finish with Sam T underscore taking your race win. So this is been your PSGL Tier 8 Season 26 round 1 in Austria. We go next week to the Hungaroring, and also a special thanks to BD Democracy for sponsoring this fantastic race and league, and we will catch you on the next one.